We up. All right. We like to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Lakar Kodash. Double honors to our apostles, our bishops, all right, and our elders, and all the Akim that's pushing this truth out, week in and week out, and sincerity, all right, truth and sincerity, all right. So we nearing the end. We at the end. I mean, the end of Esau's rulership. It's final hours.
Right.
All right, and we already know it because things are just moving too fast. Okay.
I got something for you. This is 2nd Esdras, chapter 6. I'm going to start at verse 7. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the time?
What shall be the parting asunder of times? The end of this age of rulership. What age of rulership? The end of Esau's age of rulership. All right? And his age of rulership, when he came in as the Greeks, then the Roman Empire, and now we're in a revival of the Roman Empire.
It says, or when shall be the end of the first, and the beginning of it that follows.
Or the end of the first and the beginning of it that follows. So Jacob and Esau is always about Jacob and Esau. And Esau, he was ruling first. He's ruling as of right now, and now Jacob is about to come into power. All right?
Who's Jacob?
Who's Esau, the so-called white man? Esau, the so-called white man, you Caucasians. Jacob is the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans.
Right. It says, for Esau is the end of the world, and right. Jacob is the beginning of it that follows.
Esau is the end of the world, the end of this age of rulership, because the world abideth, liveth forever. So Esau is the end of this age of rulership, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. The kingdom of heavens, headed by Yahushua. And then and the elect. And the 2/3 are going to come back as kings and priests, but it's going to be a ranking system. There always have been a ranking system anyway.
This is Job chapter 9, verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
So the earth, the entire planet is given into the hand of the wicked. That's why it's chaotic here. You know, the wicked, starting with the elites of the so-called white man, all right? The 13 banking families. If they're not the wicked, look, those 13 banking families could end all world debt, you know? They can end all world hunger. And set it up where every man can work.
Why?
Or own land.
They're not going to do it. Why? Because they're the devil.
Because they're the devil.
The devil that the Bible speaks of.
I say it again. The 13 banking families can end all world hunger, all debt, and it won't touch their pockets, man.
They won't even put it there.
It won't come near them. All they got to do is stop the fiat currency and make things settle right. Just that alone. And make it where everyone can work. They might not be living like in the top penthouses, but they can have their little home.
At least they ain't digging out the garbage.
Yeah, and they ain't not digging out the garbage. Yeah. It could be that way. Alright?
It says, he covereth the faces of the judges thereof.
He covereth the faces of the judges. Who are the judges? The Most High, the Lord, and also the angels and the men of the Lord. Those are the judges. Who is the Most High? Yahweh. Who is the Lord? Yahushua. The angels and also the nation of Israel. Those are the judges, man.
That's right.
And he covered their faces of the judges and put his image up during that Renaissance period.
It says, if not, where and who is
And
he?
if it's the so-called white man starting with the elites and all of them, if they're not the wicked, then and they didn't do this, then who's the wicked? Because you can't say it's the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, right, because we have no rulership of the world.
Right.
All right? We don't have any rulership of the planet, so it's not us. We don't dictate what goes on.
That's right.
We the fall guys and shit. You know what I mean? So we can carry all that.
That's right. We got some. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 29, in verse 2. It says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice.
So when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. So the wicked is running the world. And who are the wicked? The most wicked, these 13 banking families. So it said when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. So those small hats in Israel, they claiming to be the righteous of the people of God. So how come the world is in rejoicing? It said when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. That means the whole planet. Everything's in harmony. But it said when the wicked, what it says?
It says, but when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn.
When the wicked is bearing rule, that's why the people are mourning. That's why you have third world countries, hunger and debt. Why? Because them 13 banking families made it so. They made it so, and that's why. You know what I mean? They made it so, and that's why.
Right.
Because those 13 banking families can end world hunger. I'll say it again, them 13 banking families can end world hunger, and they won't put a dent in their pocket. But they're not going to do that because they're the wicked.
Not only that, this is the time for Esau to rule right now.
This is time to rule, and he gonna rule. Yeah. He gets off on seeing people suffer, man. Yeah. He gets off on people committing all kind of crimes to survive. He get a rush out of that. He get a jolt of power, man, the energy, yo. Sort of like the hip hop artists that get the audience anticipation. Right. They get puffed up by the audience and feed off each other. Feeds off of those 13 banking families, feeds off of people's misery.
Right. Yeah, it's all a game for them.
Yeah.
You know. I got something. This is Job chapter 14, verse 5. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with me.
Yep. So the so-called white man, his rulership, there's a cap on his rulership, man. His days are numbered. There's a level that he can't surpass.
Right.
A growth spurt. I mean, not a growth spurt. Like his height is ending.
It says, "Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass."
So there's a certain level where a so-called white man can't get beyond.
Right.
Certain level is technology and rulership. Like he's not. His rulership is the earth. He's not getting to the moon and beyond. That's one of his bounds. And his rulership, man. He wants it. And the Lord, the Most High playing tricks with him. He see the possibilities of interstellar travel and all that, but he'll never get to that level. All right, so all right.
This is Jeremiah chapter 31, and I'm gonna start at verse 36. 35. It says, "Thus saith the Lord Yahweh." It says, "Which giveth the sun for a light by day."
Yeah, the Most High gave the Yahweh shot a blueprint to make everything. He giveth the light by day.
It says, "And the ordinances of the moon and of the stars for a light by night."
Well, light by night. So the moon, the sun and the moon are two different lights. And they also represents knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Also.
Right.
But the light of the sun is by day and the moonlight is by night. And they don't have nothing, the moon has nothing to do with the sun. The moon has a brighter light and a dimmer light. The earth has a brighter light and a dimmer light. All right? The moon has its own light. So when there's a new moon, we're seeing the darker light of the moon. All right?
It says, and of the stars for a light by night, which divided the sea when the waves thereof roar. The Lord of hosts is his name.
The Lord of hosts is his name, all right? All right, and the moon also deals with the tides, the gravitational pull of the moon, and on the sun, and the moon and the stars, man, they're lights.
Verse 37. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, if heaven above can
and
be
the sea is
measured.
the people, I'm sorry, and it said of heavens.
Right. It says, if heaven above can be measured and the foundations of the earth searched out beneath, I will also cast off all the seed of Israel.
That's right.
For all that they have done, saith the Lord.
Now it says the heavens can be measured. You can't measure. Only Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua can measure the heavens. Those two powers can only measure the heavens, all right? Or maybe the angels, but so-called white men can't do that. That's a task. The Lord sent them on a fool's errand, man. Because you can't do that. He can't do it. You get to certain levels and you get crushed by that water.
That's right.
The water pressure. He said to search the entire sea floors. He'll never get to do that. Or the heavens, because of the Most High, the Lord is stretching out the heavens as a curtain. It's infinite, and he's always expanding it and building new things. You know, you can't catch up to the entirety of the old things that was created. All right, he's seeing light from the old things. He ain't even seeing the new things that's out there yet. All right? Shalom.
It says, verse 38, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that the city shall be built. Slack. Verse 37. You have 37?
No, I'll read it again.
I'll read it again. It says, thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, if heaven above can be measured and the foundations of the earth searched out beneath.
The heavens, the multiverses, whatever you so want to call it, can be measured. It can't be measured by mortal men.
Right.
All right? Mortal men can't. That's a fool's errand, man. You sit them on a fool's task, man. We mention that on a job a lot. They give us fool's errands. It's like we know on a deeper level they fucking with us because that shit can't get done or done in the task in the time frame they want it done. All right, so the so-called white man, he can't measure out the heavens or the floor of the ocean, man. He can't get. He'll never get to that to do that.
Right. It says, and the foundations of the earth searched out beneath, I will also cast off all the seed of Israel.
So the Lord said, if he can do that, the Most High said, if he could do that, he would cast us off. So the so-called white man, he's trying and try, he shall.
Right.
But fail, he will. Because you can't do it.
Right.
Fool's mission, man.
It says, for all that they have done, saith the Lord.
For all they have done. So the so-called white man, he can keep searching, and then he find out there's something else beyond that region. All right?
Yeah. It's certain things that Esau still haven't discovered, man. You know?
Yeah.
You have lands, certain species that Esau still haven't discovered, man. All right?
Yeah.
You got behemoth, you got, Leviathan.
You know what I mean? And once again, man, he hasn't getting to all the depths of the sea, man. Because the further you go out in the ocean, the deeper it gets.
Right.
And his technology can't get there, man. What's the name got stuck with the devices he have? James Cameron. He was stuck for like 2 hours and a half. You know what I mean? And he was just at that like 2 miles and some change. That's not the deepest part of the ocean. But he was stuck down there for a little bit, man. That water pressure's crazy, man.
And you got the Lord creating galaxies every day, man. You know,
Galaxies
new
every
planets,
day, man.
new planets are being discovered every day. Yeah. What I said,
You know what I mean? He hasn't bumped into Leviathan and lived. Talk about it. He knows a Leviathan there, so just like a Leviathan is indestructible to earthly objects and things like that, right? Why? Because he's deep under the ocean. And that water pressure, you will have to, that's why them sea creatures, them deadly sea creatures exist. Breathing fire and things like that. Because you have to have this indestructible flesh to go that deep and come back up. The force and power to come back up. Because of that pressure.
Verse 41. I got the book of Job, chapter 41. Speaking about Leviathan, right? Verse 1 it said, "Canst thou draw out Leviathan with a hook?"
You can't catch him with no hook. Mortal men can't mess with Leviathan. These creatures, the Leviathan's the top when it comes to these creatures.
That's the Lord's pit bull. That's a special animal that the Most High created, which, in these times to come, that he's going to unleash, man.
Take down ships.
Yeah.
Breathe fire.
Where do you think they get the movie Godzilla from?
Yeah.
That's from the scriptures, man.
Breathe fire. Underwater and out of the water. You can't, you know what I mean? They can do it in the water too.
Right. Well, only the Lord can, you know what I'm saying?
Could tame him.
Yeah, he's the only one that can tame him. No man on the earth, nothing. Only the Lord, man. It says, that's why he was saying, he said, "Can thou draw out Leviathan with a hook?
Nope.
Or his tongue with a cord which thou lettest down?
Nope.
Canst thou put a hook into his nose?
Nope.
Or bore his jaw through with a thorn?
Can't.
Will he make many supplications unto thee? Will he speak soft words unto thee?"
Nah, you can't. You can't be controlled. Only by Yahweh Shem Yahushai and the angels. And the creatures know who Yahweh Shem Yahushai is. And the angels. They can communicate on our level. The creatures know. The trees know.
Yeah, because they're living creatures.
That have spirit.
Right.
Everything living has a spirit to it. It's just a different spirit than ours.
Right. This is 2 Corinthians chapter John chapter 14.
Yeah, so Leviathan, they haven't even got to the know where Leviathan is at. They know he exists.
Exactly.
Any of them that bumped into Leviathan, that ship vanished.
Yeah, when you hear about the earthquakes and certain tsunamis that happen in the oceans, that's that could be Leviathan swinging his tail.
Yeah, who knows, man?
Who knows? How some of these earthquakes are being set off.
Yeah.
Let me see. See if I can get some real quick.
So they can't. Esau hasn't found everything on this earth, and he won't. He hasn't mastered the planet yet, or will not. And he's trying to go beyond. He hasn't mastered this world, and he's trying to go to other worlds, man. You know?
You're trying to go to bars, you're trying to go, you know, these different parts of the world. The Lord, even up in the heavens, man.
Yeah.
You know, what the Lord said. That's then shall I bring you down. Matter of fact, let's get that. Book of Obadiah. Obadiah 1 and start at verse 3. Verse 3, it says, the pride of thy heart hath deceived thee.
The pride of thine heart. The so-called white man is proud, starting with the least of them, all the way down to your trailer park crackers. The pride of thine heart have deceived thee. They're real proud, man. You know, from their miracles, their technology, on the left-hand side, their left-hand side wisdom, their wealth, they conquered. They didn't take no losses as of yet. So they're real proud. They're winning for the time being, and it deceived them. They think the Most High is with them. The Most High, or they could be like the Most High, man.
It says, the pride of thy heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock.
They dwell in the clefts of the rock, because Esau habitation is high. These skyscrapers represent those caves, man.
It says, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?
And they say, who shall bring me down to the ground? They got their space stations, man. Their satellites. They high habitation. Their high penthouses, man. They say, who shall bring them down to the ground? Who gonna stop them? We got nuclear weapons. You know what I mean? They say that. We got a strong army, strong navy, strong air force. Who can stop us? They damn sure had that pride when they had that atomic weaponry. That was the height at the time of their power.
Fat man, little boy.
You know, they had unlimited power because they had the hydrogen from the seawater. So they could keep using that for them hydrogen bombs or whatever, man. Right. So they had unlimited power.
Yeah, but you gotta understand, it's really the Lord that gave them that on the left-hand side.
And they don't acknowledge that.
So, yeah, exactly. Because, you know, the Lord said it in what's that, Proverbs 16 and 4.
I created the slip.
No, he created the wicked for the day of evil.
Yeah.
You know? So it's the Lord that put it in the minds of these scientists to create these modern day ICBM missiles.
Teaming.
For what? For their own destruction. Okay? So it says, verse 4. It says, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle.
And they exalt themselves as the eagle. That's been their emblem throughout the ages, man, with the Greeks, the Romans, the Germans. Who else? America, yeah. That eagle has been their emblem. Right. The Roman centurions, they used to carry that thing to battle. They said that was like an inanimate mascot. They carried that thing with them, yeah, man. So that eagle has always been their symbol. The postage stamp still use it?
It's also their characteristic as well.
Yeah.
You know, because the eagle is an unclean beast, and it soars the highest in the sky, and it looks down on their prey. So the same characteristic that the so-called white man has. It says, and though thou set thy nest among the stars.
How do you set their nest amongst the stars? When they put their space stations and satellites up. That's how they set their nest amongst the stars. Like, think about it. How did they set their nest among the stars? They put their satellites up in their space stations. Right. That's how you set your nest among the stars. So this scripture call them out.
Right.
If you don't see that, you just an idiot.
I believe when you go into the blue letter, and the word nest goes into the weaponry.
They got weapons out there too. They got weapons out there. They trying to prepare for when the Lord returns.
It says, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord.
That's what I bring thee down. The Lord gonna bring them down. Man.
They was basically being brought down from the time of the 1960s, all the way, from the 1960s, early 1970s. As soon as they started going into space, man, that's when Esau reign on the earth was basically coming to an end.
Yep, and the same thing. High Priest Ariel he went into that too when he was on near Times Square. The old video he had Apostle Torah reading for him, right? I believe
so. It says, verse 5, if thieves came to thee, if robbers by night.
Yeah, a robber come to you, a robber don't leave anything, he takes everything, all the spoils. That main robber gonna be Yahushua. Esau's a thief too, but that robber is gonna be Yahushua, because he's taking all their crowns when he returns.
It said, how art thou cut off? Would they not have stolen till they had enough?
Yeah, the so-called white man, he keeps stealing. All right, a thief, they steal, and they eventually they out. But Yahushua taking everything.
It says, if the grape gatherers came to thee.
In the ancient world, the grape gatherers, they would gather the grapes, but they left some for the homeless.
Right.
That was a welfare system for those that's without. You know?
Yeah, that was one of the laws.
Yeah.
That you would keep,
You're keeping percentage for the less fortunate.
The less fortunate. It says, would they not leave some grapes?
Yeah. But the Lord, he ain't leaving anything. And Esau a big thief, he can't have enough. But the Lord, he taking all of their crowns, man. Everything. They're gonna go for having everything to being at the bottom. We're talking about the elites.
Verse 6. How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up?
Yeah, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, he has the angels, and he gave us the blueprint of his wickedness. The Lord informed us, Shalom, man, on Esau, man, how he moves. So we know his secrets, man. We know his fraudulent monetary system. You could look at some of that through Modern Money Mechanics. And there's a list of other books by Eustace Mullins on the Fractional Reserve book, Secrets of the Federal Reserve, I believe. And another book I found out about, I screenshotted it. I don't know it off the top. It's in my phone. But yeah, but the scriptures tell us everything. The scriptures let us know about the 3 unclean spirits, like frogs, which is the 3 city states. Right. London. You got the Vatican, and then you got DC, the military branch. London is really the banking families, 13 banking families. All right, and then you said Vatican
City,
right there with the religious aspect, and then they deal with on a lower level the maritime law, the UCC, and DC the military.
That's it. That's how the elites, basically that's their stronghold. When you go through it, so spiritual.
Now a person might be like, well, what about the queen, and what's that bitch that had the seat for a long time and she died? Yeah. They're just like placeholders where they got a lot of funds from the slave and drug trade. Yeah. Rothschild stole some crumbs. But they just a front, you know what I mean? They just a face. But they don't hold no weight. They got a lot of funds from a lot of legal activity, the drug trade and slave trade. Rothschilds let them keep some penny, but they're nothing.
They basically usurped the throne from our people. You know what I'm saying? When we was ruling in Europe, so-called black Negroes ruling in Europe, that's what happened. They try to, some way, somehow they snake their way in there.
Yeah.
slither their way in there. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I got to. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices.
Satan get an advantage of us. We're not ignorant of his devices. All right, his schemes and his plans to bring about his new world order. His schemes and his plans when he has a false outbreak, or when he's trying to bring in one. We know that he'll try to trick you, you know, to go get juiced up, to go get chipped up.
Yeah.
You know, we're not ignorant of his devices, because this monetary system going to fully collapse, where it's not going to rebound.
Huh?
It's straight down. It's the Q train that way, and the 6 is that way. You're welcome. Yeah, so we're not ignorant. We're not ignorant of the elites of Satan devices. The world is ignorant of it. You know? The world is ignorant of it, man. Because the only thing they believe in is prosperity and this side. And they're going to get caught up in that. They're going to try to save themselves. They believe in it, in this shit, and they're going to go down with it.
Yep. I got you right here. This is Revelation chapter 3, verse 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience.
Who kept the word of the Most High, the Lord's patience? The elect of the nation of Israel. Who was that? The so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Kept the word of the Lord's patience. Meaning we didn't remove our hand from the plow or look back. We kept forward to the best of our ability. You know?
Yeah, because you know, only the elect is going to have to be the ones that go through, you know, that you know, as far as the patience, the position of difficulty.
Yeah.
All right.
Because we feel it on a day-to-day basis, but it's going to intensify.
Yeah.
It's going to intensify where.
Right,
You know?
because he's going to basically, this man is going to make things so hard for us out here, man. Basically, your back is going to be against the wall.
Back against the wall, losing your home.
To the point where we're going to only just rely on Yahweh Hashem Yahshua. That's what it means to be basically, to be tested, to be, you know, to go through that trial. Trial and tribulation, man.
You know, like you could be in a situation now to where you probably can only lose your crib if you didn't pay 7 months rent or whatever. I'm just making a scenario. And then there's gonna be a point where you might have where you got a year, 2 years of rent saved up and savings and all that. You straight. Gold coins, all of that. But it's gonna become a situation where all that's obsolete,
right,
and the use of it is absolute,
right,
unless you get the chip.
Exactly.
So we're gonna go from instance where we feel called stable to where we're homeless, just like that. Just like that, we're on the street, nothing. You know what I mean? It could be in the dead of the heat or the dead of the winter. And we only have Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai.
That's it.
Meaning, no brother to lean on because they going through the same thing.
That's it.
So that test is going to be tested. And then the Lord will get you through it. And give you the spirit to suffer through that. Or get something for you. However it is, but it gotta seem like it's hopeless. You know what I mean? That test.
Yeah. Because hey,
See if he can trust you. But he'll trust you if you're elect.
That's right.
I'm sorry.
Because at the end of the day, man, to be a part of the Lord's elect, it ain't gonna be no, you know, like no you know, a light thing, man. You're gonna have to go through it. You know? You're gonna have to go through that fire. Alright? It ain't gonna be like a walk in the park, man.
Yeah.
So we're all gonna be tested and tried. Alright? To the point where you're gonna have brothers that they're gonna have to die. They're gonna have to die for the truth. You know? Because the scriptures mention there's gonna be martyrs. Alright? Those that die for the testimony of Yahweh Bashim Yashai and for not taking the mark. All right? So there's a lot of things that when we're all gonna be tested for, man. Every brother in their lot, whatever lot that the Lord choose for you, whether it's death or whether you get raised up and delivered in them chariots, it's all for the glory of Yahweh Bashim Yashai at the end of the day.
And the elect is given a fire that they can handle.
Right. That's right.
Like,
Lord said he's not gonna put more on you and more than you can bear. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean?
No more than you can bear.
One brother might have that. One brother have a spirit where he could be tortured to death. Another brother has a spirit where he could starve to death. Another brother has a spirit where he could go through whatever he go through. Freeze to death. Whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah, every brother's life is definitely different. It's gonna be different than the other.
Yes.
Let me read on. It says, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation.
Our temptation, that martial law point with them troops. And that point where, you gotta be a part of Esau's system, his image, and his mark of the beast.
Right.
That time is gonna come. No, this man's desperate, and he's desperate to keep his throne, his rulership, and the offset prophecy. This whole thing is make the whole elect go off. It's not possible, but he's trying to do that task.
Right.
He's trying to either eliminate all the elect or either try to get the elect to go off, which is an impossible task, but he's going to try. He's looking for a loophole.
Right.
He's searching out the heavens. He's searching out the ocean floor, the depths of the sea. He's trying to number all the people. He's doing all these things to try to what's that prophecy, man?
The
Sounds
scripture
like
said
the
that
words
he's
were going on.
going to be as a madman sparing none.
Not going to spare
You
none.
know, that time is where the Lord's basically going to put him back in that spirit, like during the 1800s. Even intense, even more intense. And a lot of you jakes, you don't forgot about that time in history. When you was getting lynched, all right, getting your rod chopped off,
Thrown into the gladiatorial arenas.
right, getting raped, buck broken. You know what I'm saying? All that shit, man. You niggas done forgot about that shit, man. Guess what? The Lord is gonna remind you, so-called Negroes and Latinos again, man. All right.
Well, then somebody got hung somewhere.
Yep, in North Carolina. That was recent.
These things
That
are
was
still
recent.
happening, but they're not being reported.
Right.
They're being like they got to put in a media blitz or whatever. They could conceal a matter real fast.
Yeah. Yep. You got niggas still getting hanged. Still to this day, man. So where's the love? All that love shit Esau be talking about, that shit is all bullshit.
Yes, you got Esau through the spirit. We know you got Esau still killing Jake and hiding him and getting away with it because they hide in the body. We gotta assume that's happening too.
Yeah. Yep. They take the organs out. They take the organs out. Like when they went to Haiti, all the people that died in the earthquake, a lot of them they were coming up with all their organs was missing and shit.
Somebody I know that I was working with, right? And Lord forgive me if I'm wrong, but this dude was pretty healthy, man. He was to my knowledge, what the hell do I know? But he was doing this task. I don't know, it was just in his 60s, he was doing this task for all the young people, doing this job. Well, pretty much 70% of his work was done before we clock in at 8 o'clock in the morning. He was out early. He was putting me up on game on what to do. They said that he went to take his medicine or whatever, and he was like, he told a few of my friends, like, yo, this medicine is making me sick. He goes in the hospital for a week, come to find out he in ICU, and he dies. So I believe it was a medication. Because they said his cancer went away, so it was a medication he took. that just wiped them out.
Right.
That's just a couple of people that said it. A couple of workers like, yo, it's the meds.
Yeah. When you got cancer, the best thing for you to do,
cancer too.
the best thing for you to do is fast. That's the best thing for you to do. Just go on a fast and juice. Juice a whole bunch of greens. You know what I'm saying? Spinach, kale. You know, and go on a fast, man. That should've destroyed all the bad cells, all the cancer cells within your body. What people do, majority of people, they go to the hospital, they get chemo, and the chemo kills them off even faster.
And see, I know he didn't do certain things because when you doing certain what is it, chemo or whatever, where if you got any cavities, they gotta pull those teeth out.
Oh, you got the talking about the silver cap.
So basically, he didn't do that. He didn't do that kind of shit. Whatever it was he used, that shit fucked him up because he was straight. He was good. From the months I seen him. But yeah, but you can't. Esau is a physician of no value, man.
That's right. When we read on, it says,
Esau, that's the so-called white man, Caucasians, mentioned in the Bible. Esau or Edom.
it says, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth.
So all the earth, all the world, all the people gonna be tried, tested during the hour of temptation. What is that hour of temptation? Martial law. And all the countries are gonna fall in line with that New World Order. Every country gonna fall in line with the New World Order. And the main one country is here in America.
Yeah, because this thing is going to be a global event.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is going to be a global event, meaning that everybody globally is going to be receiving this mark of the beast, man, which is the RFID microchip.
The majority of the people we're not talking about the elect, but the majority of the people are going to take that.
They're going to have it. They're going to have it.
You're gonna have some of them that's not. Them straight up, you know, the rifle carrier Edomites out there. They're gonna buck up.
Yeah, I mean,
we know, but they're not the elect. But we talking about the elect that don't get it. But the majority of the people, they're gonna get it.
Yeah, because this thing is going digital, man. All right, it's going to be a digital currency. That's how you're going to be able to make transactions in the near future.
Now we're in a digital age. Now here's how stupid people are. They're stupid or they sold out. We're in a digital age. You think the scriptures is not going to talk about the digital age, the information age? The scriptures went through everything. They're not going to talk about the digital age. They're not going to talk about the chariots, thermonuclear destruction. Like, serious? Come on, man. You got it.
This is Revelation chapter 3, and verse 10 says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation.
The Lord will keep us from the hour of temptation. We kept the word of the Lord's patience. Endurance. He that endureth unto the end. So Lord, the elect is going to endure to the end. Some of them going to wake up at the last moment. But yo, look, that's how the Lord have it. You know?
Which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth.
So the world got to be tested, man. The people got to be tested. I speak to the camera. You got something to say? Tell the camera. It's a car. You one of the Lord's people. It's a car.
I'm on video. I know that, man. The bro, you just a black man.
Yeah. You're an Israelite too, bro. We brothers.
I ain't gonna lie. It's like the black man, you know, the Mexican, and
We all brothers.
right.
We all brothers, man. We all brothers.
I'm not ignorant, man.
No, it's all good. Yeah.
Right.
You
You see? The world, that's why Esau is afraid, because the world is waking up.
They don't want all 12.
They don't want all 12 to come together, but the truth is bringing the 12 together. The Spirit bringing the 12 together, so it's too late. It's too late. Once you sent that junk out of space, your times are sped up, man. Once you sent that crap up there out of space, that was it. You know what I mean? You sent that shit up there for no reason, to your demise. You didn't accomplish shit. You didn't get to the moon. You know what I mean? That fake ass studio video you got up there, which you're doing the moonwalk, walking on the moon, bouncing in the fucking studio, yo.
That was a Hollywood fucking.
And then they showed that shit. And they showed that shit on one of the X-Files, the latest season that they had put when they came back out for that season. Yeah. I forgot what episode it was. You got the FBI dude in the background. They said cut.
The point is, why did they never go back though? Right?
Yeah.
If they went to the moon, right? They claimed, that's what they claimed, right? Why they never went back? Because it was all bullshit.
Yeah, and we got cameras now and shit that we can zoom in on the moon surface. You know, I got a camera that go 100 times. I forgot how to use 100 times zoom, but the 50 times zoom, it still shows. You know? So Esau, he's a liar, man, because he's a devil, he's a deceiver, and he's an adversary. So what he does is he lies, man. You know? He says he went to the surface of the moon. He stood on a moon, a light. How you gonna stand on a light? What happens if you got your light bulb in your room and it's all been on all day and a little end is on it? You know?
That's what when brothers came around earlier, mentioning that they know the so-called blacks and Jews, Israelites, but they forgot that the Native American Spanish were Israelites too. So this Hosea chapter 1 verse 9, it says, "Then said Yahweh, call his name Lord at me, for ye are not my people."
Yeah, so the Mexicans, that's Issachar, man. Yeah,
and I will not be your God, yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea.
The number of the children of Israel is the sand of the sea. You can't measure the sand of the sea. Esau tries to do estimates, which is off. You can't measure the sand of the sea, man. You scoop up a sand and you can't measure them individually.
Yeah, you can't pick up 1 grain.
Yeah.
A handful. That's why you have Israelites that are scattered throughout the 4 corners of the earth.
Yep.
And they're not gonna look like your typical so-called blacks or Hispanics.
Nope.
Okay, they're gonna look like the heathens, pretty much. You know, the Lord said you wanna worship, these other false gods like the heathens. I'm gonna make you look like the heathens. You got our people looking like so-called Chinese, so-called Arab, so-called East Indian.
We're scattered among the heathen.
So-called African, Well, guess what? The Spirit bear witness that we're the sons of the living power, man. All right? They're Israelites, man. Even though they might look like the other nations, their spirit, the spirit that dwells in them, all right, is an Israelite. You're an Israelite.
So basically, like, you just take some sand that's blending in with the beach and you just scatter that. You just scatter it. And you go back and you trying to look for what you scattered.
But you cannot be measured or numbered.
Can't be measured or numbered. Because you don't, like the brother mentioned, it has to be measured by the spirit, because they're not gonna look like the other nations, man.
Really, it's the angels that's going to at the
Measure,
end.
yeah.
They're going to,
Yeah.
basically separate the wheat from the tares.
Yep.
Right. And it shall come to pass that the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living God.
Yep. So, and that's happening now. The tribes is waking up. All right. Pretty soon, we're gonna be back established. But the elect is waking up, or pretty much woke up, man. Everything is playing out now.
Verse 11, then shall the children of Judah and children of Israel be gathered together.
Judah and Israel represents southern and northern kingdom. The so-called Latin tribes and so-called Negro tribes, all right, all together, man. You see what the two Issachar brothers mentioned? They came over here. You know, that tribal thing we was going through, that's coming to an end. And Esau conquering and dividing, we'll all be working at the same job. He might promote me over you, or I have us trying to envy one another, man. Or might give you better privileges than me. Call me out when I make a little mistake, but let you rock, just to cause enmity or whatever between us, man. You know? That's what they do.
And appoint themselves one head, and they shall come up out of the land, for great shall be the day of Jezreel.
Yeah, so pretty soon we're gonna all the tribes we're gonna be all together. The breaches is being sealed. Man, none of that tribal stuff is gonna be taking place, man. Got you right here. So you had Wicked Jake trying to say that only ones Israelites and so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Americans. You stupid. Fucking idiots, man. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
This is Amos chapter 9, verse 11. It says, in that day,
the Lord came over on this side. When the northern kingdom was over here, the Lord came on this side too. You got it.
It says, verse 11, it says, in that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen.
The house of David, tabernacle in the house, is fallen. Because there was a split in the kingdom. But it's being brought back together, man.
It says, and close up the breaches thereof.
No more tribalness, we're going to be one nation again. And each tribe is like its own nation.
Right.
It's a lot.
It says, and I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old.
Like in the days of old when David was running things. All right? So we're gonna be one nation again, man. And it's starting with this word, man. And Esau getting us afraid because he don't like the tribes being together. You know what I mean? And on the same walking together, agree with the same word. Now we not fighting on some gang nigga shit. Serious. That's a threat to him.
That's right. It says
being brotherly to one another. He don't like that.
Verse 12, that they may possess the remnant of Edom and of all the heathen which are called by my name.
By Edom and all the heathen. So they're going to be a possession. A possession meaning you got rulership over them. And according to righteous anger and righteousness, we're going to rule with an iron fist.
That's right.
Brutally in righteousness, man.
Payback. You know, payback for all the wicked shit that Esau and the other nations have done to us, we're gonna get payback on them, man. It says the righteous thing to basically, you know, pay back those that troubled us, man.
Yeah, and there ain't gonna be no sadistic, immoral shit like Esau did to us. All right, and none of that, cause he went overboard with the weird shit. But we're gonna torture their asses, man.
It says, verse 13. It says, "Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that the plowman shall overtake the reaper." And
The plowman is gonna overtake the reaper, all right? Because we've been doing all this work for him and not receiving anything. And on a real note, there's appearance of we getting substance when it's really not. We just got a little like a token to go get some bread, some food or whatever. The appearance of it being money. But it's not true wealth. It's just giving us an idea to make us think we're not fucking slaves. When we are.
yeah, and even now it's even worse than when we were in actual slavery, man, because, you know, at least Esau would literally have to take care of his slaves.
Yeah.
Now it's like to the point where we're on our own, right? And then we got to pay bills, we got to pay this, we got to pay that. So it's like, it's just hell on top of hell, man.
Yeah.
You know, and he made it that way. He made it where it's like, you know what? Fuck it.
And it don't gotta be that way.
Y'all gonna work, and y'all gonna pay taxes, y'all gonna pay this, you're gonna pay that. You know? You're gonna have your woman come up against you, your kids come up against you. So now it's even more worse.
Nah,
People think that, you know, we're not in slavery, but we're still with the chains on us, man.
yes.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Credit card, debt.
Like it should be. It could be where we can have a little home. We might not be able to be like super wealthy, but we could have a little bullshit ass car, Toyota, a little bullshit ass car to go to work, have a little home. You know what I mean? But then the so-called rich can have some big shit or whatever. They can have it where you don't have Jake's homeless and shit like that. You get me? You don't have nobody homeless, but they're the wicked. It could be the point where it could be a lot of jobs too, but it could be that way.
This is Job chapter 30, verse 8. It says, "They were children of fools, children of base men. They were viler than the earth.
Yeah, that's the so-called white man, all right?
And now am I their song, I am
We
their
are their
byword."
song and their byword. We're so-called Negroes, so-called Latinos, so-called Native Americans. Yeah? You jacked up? We so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. We call these names lazy. All these things, man. Broke ass niggas, shit like that. Yo, look. People look at us, we're the biggest thieves. Watch him. Don't speak to him, especially when the sun go down.
Yeah, because they got a thing by the way of sundown towns.
Yeah.
If you get caught in an Edomite neighborhood or a town that's just predominantly Edomites, they had a whole documentary on that shit.
Yeah.
You go on YouTube, they got certain jakes that, you know, they were dealing with like Edomite women, and Edomite women would set them up just to be like, yo, come meet me such and such, and they get caught up out there, man. Next thing you know, they come up missing. The family members, they searching for them, they can't find them. Mm-hmm. And I'm talking about, it's a list of sundown towns all around America, man. You know what I'm saying? And you know, you get Jake. These are stories that they don't make it on the news. You know what I'm saying? It's like they just get forgotten about, you know. But these things really exist, man.
Verse 10. Verse 10 says, "They abhor me, they flee far from me."
And they hate, despise. They flee far. You're around white flight. They'll leave an area. And then that area become distressed. Then Esau come get it on pennies of the dollar and rebuild with gentrification. And then the area you was at, it becomes distressed because everything is being built up nice around it. So that's really to get you to leave. Because little repairs, things take too long. They got scaffolds around the area creating more filth. And it just be distressed and the person leaves. Or get them to leave.
And
yeah, that's what you see in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn. You see that in Harlem. You know.
So this shows they can take a ghetto or poor looking neighborhood and build it back up real fast.
Once you start seeing them building dog parks, you already know that. You see Starbucks and
when I saw Modern Marvels, what's it, Hong Kong? Remember their airport was real small. It's years ago. I'm talking years ago, yo. It had to have been late 90s, early 2000s, or maybe late 90s. I used to watch the show called Modern Marvels, where Hong Kong's airport was so small. So what they did was they expanded that land by putting sand and rocks and shit in the water. This is where Dubai and shit got their idea from. Because Hong Kong did it first to expand their airport because the planes coming in and crashing into shit. They have enough, the coops can't see. No respect to the Israelite foreigners. I'm not talking to the Israelite foreigners, all right? I gotta be politically correct. You know, we got brothers out there. I gotta be mindful, you know? Respect to y'all. They were saying that this shit was too, like when it was coming in, man, they was crashing the one way and all, like, I'm pretty sure you saw it. They expanded that shit. So that's what them engineers and everything, them sand niggas out there got the idea to do that. And they also felt that eventually their oil reserves would deplete. So they wanted something else to fall back on. So that's when they started doing that too. I remember a little bit of things, you know.
Verse 10, they abhor me, they flee far from me, and spare not to spit in my face.
Yeah, they spare not, yo. Actually, you go in the store, give me a chance to think about or look at what I want. Do you want something?
hurry up and buy.
They and see. You want something? What do you want? Damn, let me make sure. Let me make sure and see what I want. You know, give me a chance. I just got in this motherfucker. You know, it hasn't even been 12 seconds yet. Fuck. Well, yeah, but that's how they think. They think we're all thieves or whatever. We're all thieves, right? So we just going by every day still, and we ain't getting in prison yet.
That's Esau for you, man. That's why he's known as the angel of light. A fucking, he'll make himself look like, he ain't do shit. But he'll put the blame on the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans that's wearing such, evil people. But he's the one that's doing all the violence on the earth. He's the one bombing countries. He's the one stealing resources.
Yep. But
still, it comes to find out that he'll make himself look like he ain't doing shit.
Yeah.
That's some pure evil, man. That's some witchcraft right there for you, man.
Yeah.
Even to the point where, he got our people, believing that the Lord is a so-called white man.
Yeah. And then you might see our people or these other heathens see one of these crackers going to the store, right? They talking to them, being polite, and then they look at you, their expression just changed when you walk in and order something. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, yo, I'm not asking for no credit, motherfucker, or anything. You know what I mean? I don't want no credit. I'm not asking for a favor, no discount.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes, sir. This is the book of Lamentations,
we basically
Chapter 2.
we basically gotta prove ourselves too. Like they gotta see us a couple of times to see what we on when we're a consumer. All right, yeah, that dude cool. You know what I mean? Nigga, nah, you heathens, y'all can't prove yourselves to us. We know you demons. You know, I was about to fuck up by saying that. Nah, man. But we don't gotta prove ourselves to you. Fuck are you? They're dogs, man.
This one's one more time.
Yeah, I got it. This is
Yeah, but and then you got people that look at us like we're wrong. I don't know any continents we conquered or changed the names. We didn't do that. You heathens did that. And all you heathens that's not so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you joined up with this devil. So you better look at him with despise.
That's it.
You know what I mean? Because
Scripture says, never trust our enemy.
yeah, never trust our enemies, man. Because you enacted war on us many times. You haven't restored anything. We don't want no reparations. We want your blood. I don't want no fiat reparations. I can't do nothing with it because you got control of the monetary fraudulent system. So all you got to do is print more funny money, and then it'll outbalance us. I'm saying the wrong word, but it'll devalue what we have. We know the money game. We know the game. We don't want no reparations. We do not want fiat reparations. We want your blood. We want your slavery, and we want you to be exterminated. That's what we want.
This is Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 16. Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured.
So all they that devoured us shall be devoured. Shall be devoured. Process of elimination. Which nation on the planet Earth is devoured? Do anyone know which nation on planet Earth is devoured by the other nations? Anybody? We have any economists? Any sociologists out here? Anybody? Can help me? The nation of Israel, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are devoured by these other nations.
Says, and all thine adversaries,
Look what they did. Look what they did. Panama Canal, man. The ships get weighed. They didn't want to give that back to the tribes that it belonged, that should have it. And this is a shortcut for ships to go through. Cargo ships. You know what I mean? Heathens, man.
says, and all thy adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity.
Oh, and all the adversaries are going to go into captivity. They're going into slavery, man. That's it. So all these Israelite teachers that's not on board, that's your problem. They're going into captivity and they're not going to rise up again, man. That's it. They're going into captivity, bro.
That's it. That's it. Because you got Jake that be trying to save Esau and the rest of the other nations, man. All right? Talking about that the Lord is coming back to save all nations and, it's going to be one old, all the nations together in the kingdom of heaven. That's not how it's going to work, man. Here it is. We're suffering on this side, going through hell, and then you think the other nations are going to have a part in our kingdom? It's crazy as
The
hell,
Lord
man.
told us to have a rule over our spirit. I can have a conversation with these heathens and not do nothing physically to them until the time comes. You know what I mean? I could be cool. How you doing? I can even hold the door for them. Yo, what up? Pay them their just wage and all of that. Listen, you're going into slavery if you're a heathen. That's it. That's it. Yo, look. People don't have rule over their emotions and their feelings, man. Well, nah, he cool or whatever. Nah, I want him to. Oh, nah, yo. If you a heathen, go into captivity, man.
That's it.
And why?
Listen. At the same time, we're the Lord's people.
Yeah.
And we had to go into
We had
captivity.
to go.
So what makes you think that the ones that the Lord hate?
We didn't want to go into captivity,
You think the Lord ain't going?
but we want you heathens to go into captivity.
Hell yeah, shit. Let me read on. It says, every one of them shall go into captivity, and they that spoil thee shall be a spoil.
We're gonna be a spoiled. All the nations spoiled us. You can get the story of Lazarus and the rich man, all right? That parable. That represents Lazarus is the nation of Israel. The rich man is the so-called white man. The heathens. Yo, look. These nations licked our wounds, man, when we went under, man. Licked our wounds mean they benefit off our downfall. The slavery, economically, all that, man. So how they benefit off our demise. You know, that's the problem. Our people do not have ruling class mentality. These other nations do, but our people don't. They want to stun on each other, man.
That's what the scripture says.
Shit is sloppy.
Is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave?
Yeah.
You know, because at the end of the day, Jake don't even understand that they're being oppressed. Here it is. They think that everybody's going through the same thing. No, it ain't. It's a separation, man. It's always been that way.
I'm gonna go in the neighborhood and try to stunt on my people, right? Like, you got some people that do well and they not, but then you have those that try to, and then wonder why your ass got robbed or whatever. I'm not promoting it, but yo, why would you go amongst hungry lions? You know what I mean?
Yeah, like you got a nigga like Floyd, right? Floyd Mayweather, he buys stuff, cars, jewelry. Huh?
Yeah, go ahead.
Why
Go
don't you
ahead.
have it sitting up?
Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't.
Yeah, right now we don't have we just put it down.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all right.
It's okay.
So basically you got a guy like Floyd Mayweather, right?
Can somebody hold it up so I can see what
I'm feeling generous. Yeah, with me.
See yourself on that sign?
So yeah, every
Right.
people deserve to know who they are.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I was making a point, right? You got a guy like Floyd Mayweather, right? He buys, all this excessive jewelry and cars and all that. But what? To stunt for what? Stunt against Jake. It ain't. He's stunting against Esau. Huh?
the so-called people.
Meaning that this is what these people right here on this side is what they're named today, what they're called today.
Do you think they were originally
Yes,
so-called?
yes, they are.
Oh, me earlier, right?
Yeah,
I
I
don't
know.
know. Yeah, so all right.
Thank you for your generosity.
No
Yes,
doubt.
yes.
No, don't worry about it. But yeah, so I'm not promoting Jake to do that because you're not supposed to be jealous. The Lord has says you're not supposed to envy your brother or whatever. All right? But I'm saying sometimes you gotta use wisdom too. You know what I mean? But you got certain people I know, family members. I won't go around them unless I only with like less than $5 in my pocket. I got some grimy family members that try to get me robbed. Yo, I got gritty motherfuckers like that in my family. So I wouldn't go around them. I have probably a $5 Metro card and like $3 on me. That's it. Not even my bank card, yo. Word up. This is serious. Oh, he around? All right, good looking. Yo, you rolling with me somewhere? Nah, I got somewhere to be. You know what I mean? But I'm saying, you gotta use wisdom. You know?
It says verse 17. For I will restore health unto thee, and I will heal thee of thy wounds.
Listen, Lord gonna heal us of our wounds. These other nations licked our wounds. How they licked our wounds? They profit off us economically, man. We exploit it. We exploit it. That's how. We spend trillions of dollars, even though it's fiat. That's what everybody's playing with. That's the money everybody, so-called money everyone's playing with.
Right.
These heathens, they make profit off of us, man. You know what I mean?
Yep. That's why when it tells you in the Revelation, the 18th chapter, that the nations are going to mourn when they see America basically be destroyed. And they see that it ain't because they so much, oh man, great America. They mad because of the fact that they ain't going to be able to make no money over here no more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
if you're a heathen and you come over here and you apply yourself, you could amass wealth, so-called wealth. What the world believes wealth is. I gotta use my words the right way. All they have to do is apply themselves.
right,
If you're a heathen,
that grant, that loan,
yeah.
easy.
If you're a person that's not a so-called Negro, Latino, or Native American, and you're not wealthy, something's wrong with you. Something's wrong with you, man. You're a two-time loser. You haven't applied yourself. If you're a so-called white man and you're poor, you're fucking stupid. I say this all the time, but that's serious. If you're a so-called white man and you're not wealthy, you're a fucking idiot, man. Your people are ruling. How are you not on top? What the fuck did you do wrong?
When you read on, it says, and I will heal thee of thy wounds, saith the Lord, because that, it says, they called thee an outcast, saying, this is Zion, whom no man seeketh after.
The monument that no man seeketh out, we're outcasts. And they cast their cause from among them economically, man. The elites of them and the lesser luminaries, they meet together. Yo, we can't let them rise up economically. We're gonna give a few of them crumbs and have them talk that bullshit amongst each other, like, yo, pick yourself up by your bootstraps. And you entertainers and all that bullshit.
All you gotta do is work hard, you can make it.
Yeah.
They don't tell you that behind the scene they doing some something strange with some change, you know?
Yeah.
They ain't telling you all that.
And if you're a Jake that come up real quick without their help, that's when them alphabet groups, what? Oh, be it Hellcat. All he did was, the last thing he did with those sneakers, you saw those sneakers that look like the lightning bolt symbol on the side? Nike sued his ass, right? He didn't do a Nike check. I mean, Crowder, he was like, yo, he did. I'm like, nah, if it's not a Nike check, it's not Nike. It's a fucking Zeus like lightning bolt on that shit. Nike suing him. But everybody else tweak shit. You know what I mean? The niggas is buying this shit. Whatever he do, he got the Lord gave him a gift of he a good hustler. He's a good hustler. And every time they come after him, man. His whole thing is he's gifted with that. His curse is his son got a little problem or whatever. You know what I mean? But I know I'm talking too much, but I'm saying if you come up too fast, that's what's gonna happen. They're gonna move in on you because you didn't come through their systems. You didn't come up through their systems.
Yeah, and not only that, you're under the curses.
You're under the curse. Yeah. First and foremost.
The Lord made it where
you're not supposed to win.
You're not. We said they shall be the head and you shall be the tail.
Yeah.
So it don't matter how much you try to, be successful in the society, man. It ain't gonna work. Yeah. Those curses, you can't run away from them. They cleave on to you, man. That's why that whole
see Diddy Combs.
What's that shit?
Diddy Combs. You see what's going to happen
right.
in the head?
That's why that whole that black Wall Street shit. You know what I'm saying? That shit ain't really prosper like that because why? The Lord wasn't with that. You know?
And you see what they did to one of America's famous coons, Martin Luther King. They had him do that civil rights movement to break all the many black Wall Streets. The desegregation thing. Because our money was within itself. But now, I was a war to go to the white man's transportation. His school.
I want to go to his bathroom.
I was a war to be hand in hand with him. I want the so-called white man's seat. I was a war with that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. And you see what happened? You know?
Ezekiel 36, verse 1, it says, also thou son of man, prophesy to the mountains of Israel, and say, ye mountains of Israel, hear the word of the Lord. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, because the enemy has said against you, aha, even the ancient high places are ours in possession. Therefore prophesy and say, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, because they have made you desolate and swallowed you up on every side.
Yeah, so we were swallowed up on every side by these other nations. And it's going to be a role reversal where you other nations are going to get swallowed up. First and foremost, by Yahweh, by Shem Yahushua, by Yahweh Shah. But you other nation have swallowed us up. It shows a process of elimination. Who's the nation at the bottom? That's at the bottom right now, economically. Economically, it's so. That's economically. We're at the bottom. The nation as a whole, we're not doing well. I'm Brock. We're not doing well, man.
Yeah, it also proves that, you know, those that's in the land of Israel, those are not the true people of that land, man.
Yeah.
Those are heathens, man. Okay, so-called small hats, those so-called Jews. You know, so-called Arabs. All right, those people they don't belong in our land, man.
Yeah.
All right, those are strangers that's dwelling in the land of Israel right
Yeah.
now.
They really, all of them Edomites belong in a pit. They supposed to be segregated from they're supposed to be segregated from all healthy vegetation, plant life, human life, animal life. They're supposed to be in a pit somewhere out of reach.
Right.
And then come out of their pit quarters to do their job and then go back into the pit quarters. And then when they serve their time, be exterminated off the planet Earth. So everything, they cancerous asses gotta be out the way.
Yeah, that's why our forefather King David, you know, he basically didn't want them Edomites around him because, you know, they were filthy, man. And that's why they dwelled in the caves for a long time. And
the animals
even
just
Job said it too. He said he don't. Yeah, bring that
and
out.
the animals don't like them. They just use them for 3 hots in a cot. All right. Got it.
This is Job 30 and verse 5. They were driven forth from among men.
He's talking about Esau, you Caucasians. They were driven forth from among men. That's how you got into the caves. And you was grunting like the Geico caveman. You ever seen the movie Encino Man? How what's his name? Brendan Fraser? How he was talking and grunting? How he was communicating? That sound?
Encino Man.
Yeah, you gotta watch it.
Yeah, I remember that. Like,
That's how they was grunting and talking, and they wasn't walking erect. They had the Neanderthal walk. In
they
the
will walk on
structure.
all fours.
Yeah.
It says they cried after a thief.
Yeah, you cry for a thief, he stole my shit, yo, get him. You know what I mean? You somebody that stole all your shit and you catch them and you running and you trying to get them or whatever.
It says
Just like people that run down for the purse snatchers or whatever, they try to get them. They was running after them like that. They try to get them vile motherfuckers away.
Yeah, it's a robbery.
Yeah.
It says to dwell in the cliffs of the valleys and in the caves of the earth.
So they was driven and they was pushed out of the lands and chased into them caves. That's how Esau became the Neanderthal. And he learned, he got less civilized to where he wasn't speaking right, he was grunting, eating juniper roots, and wearing his clothing until it disintegrated off their body. They was wearing their clothes like old ass napkins and shit, and newspaper you see on the ground.
Yeah, the underwears would disintegrate off of them.
Yeah, a bunch of nasty motherfuckers.
They had their underwear on so long, that shit would go in them.
Yeah, man.
It would disintegrate on them.
And they didn't wash their ass either. Nasty motherfuckers. You can tell it's good. You get home, you want to shower, man. You use the bathroom, and you at home you want to wash up. You know, you don't even feel right. You shower and you gotta use the bathroom again, you be like, oh man, I gotta take another shower.
Who was that queen that basically, I think she showered like once a year or some shit?
Nasty ass, man.
They had it in that book, Nation Knows No Color Line.
Yeah, you see what I mean?
That queen, but she only
Nasty
took a bath like
bitch.
once a year or some shit.
You know what I mean? So look, that's the Edomites.
Hey,
man.
that's how you know that's Esau, man, because I think, I believe I seen a commercial. They had like the Edomite, you know, basically promoting that you don't even have to take a bath. You just put it like some deodorant, like body deodorant, basically all on them, and they ass, and then showing you that's Esau, man. Esau nasty. Who was it? From
Punk, right?
Yeah.
Ashton Kutcher.
Ashton Kutcher and his wife. You know what I'm saying? They was bragging about how they don't take baths and shit. Show you that's a pure Edomite right there. That's the spirit of Esau, man. Filthy.
Listen, man. Bathing and showering is a part of, it's a humane way. It's a human thing, it's a godliness thing to do, man. With a rag and lather that soap.
Yeah, not take the whole bar and just lather it on your body. You got soap on
And if you want to be super with it, soak in the bath and then shower after. Well, yo, you just can't go out of here smelling like wet puppy. Can't be walking around smelling like wet dog. You gotta wash up. You Edomites don't like to bathe, man. What's up with that?
I got Job 30 and verse 6.
We reading about your forefathers.
It says to dwell in the cliffs of the valleys and in the caves of the earth and in the rocks. Among the bushes they brayed, under the nettles they were gathered together. They were children of fools.
They was children of fools, man. They was all stupid.
Yeah, children of base men.
Base men, the lowest of the lowest.
They were viler than the earth.
Violent than the earth, man. You were lower than animals, man. You was less than a beast.
Hey, that's how
We
you
cut off the coastline on 13 tribes.
Hey, that's how you know we fell far from grace, man.
Because now we under these Neanderthals' feet.
Hey, man, the Lord really fucked us up, man, on this go.
Yeah, man. He let these motherfuckers get a up on us. This is embarrassing, man.
I got it. Ezekiel 36, verse 3, it says, therefore prophesy and say, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, because they have made you desolate and swallowed you up on every side, that ye might be a
We was made desolate and swallowed up on every side. Throughout the earth, we catching the same hell under these heathen.
that ye might be a possession unto the residue of the heathen.
We are possession to them, man. We work for them. We got to go to them for all the materials that we need. Our clothing, bottles, water, supplies, whatever you sell. Lumber. You build your own home, where you gotta go to the supply to get it from. You gotta put that home on the land, and you a tenant. You're not really the homeowner. You just a higher level tenant.
You gotta pay land tax.
You gotta pay land tax. All right.
You selling them all your property, business, and everything.
Yeah.
And ye are taken up in the lips of talkers, and are an infamy of the people.
Yeah, man. So basically, they got us. We're their possession. They parasite off of us. We buy their goods from them, and we buy their goods from them. We get an overinflated rate. We don't get the best rate. How to prove that? These heathens, the Chinese restaurants, only a couple of them went under during the COVID thing. A lot of them stayed afloat.
Oh, yeah.
Jake businesses went under. They're actually putting up that funny shit out there. You know, this one Jake store, they was alright because in Harlem, I know you know where it's at. I think it's on 7th, all the way down in the 140s or whatever, on the 140s. Because they had the bulletproof glass all in the inside of this shit. So pretty much, and you don't sit in their store, you just order and leave. And that shit was running 24/7. So that shit was like automatically like a quarantine before that. I don't know if they prepared that or whatever, but they was straight. I was going there buying shit at all type of hours when I had the bread. I'm like, yo, I'll be hungry. I'm like, yo, I could go there. I get on a bus, chill, go there and come back. Or if I want to walk, I go walk there and walk back. But it was straight, yeah, they was good money. Well, yeah. Y'all, somebody else coming up?
That's it. This is Deuteronomy 28 and verse 43. The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high.
And that's what happened. All right? That's our servant upon a horse. Because a horse is a position of power. So them strangers, they up high. They're the rulers right now.
It says, and thou shalt come down very low.
And we're low. We're beneath all these nations right now. We're talking about the nation as a whole. These nations got to one up on us.
He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him.
Yeah, they're basically, we borrow from them. And we pay, and it's a usury thing, where we pay all kind of crazy ass fees. And if you don't pay on time, it's like blood in the water, like a shark. Blood in the water, it'll go chaotic real fast. Real fast. You don't believe me? Go overdraft your checking account and see what happens. Blood in the water.
Don't pay your own follow.
Blood in the water.
They're coming to get them.
These motherfuckers are sharks, man.
It says, and thou shalt be the tail. Moreover, all these curses.
We're at the bottom, we're at the back. They're the head.
It says, moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee and shall pursue thee.
All these curses are on us, man. Women don't respect you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The women, they buck up, and they got the Centurions, they got the magic buttons, and they got the niggas that got the capes. They call it they magic buttons 911, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but soon 911, you ain't gonna be able to call 911, right? All you women, that time
Please
is gonna come.
please hang up and dial again.
Nah, you ain't even gonna get that.
We're gonna get that.
You gonna get that.
Yeah.
You gonna get that busy tone. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of you women, you think you could do your bullshit, and then, man ain't gonna put his hands on you.
If you're about to die, press 2.
At the end of the day, man, that ain't gonna protect you, man. That's what I'm saying. You know? That shit ain't gonna protect you, especially when all hell break loose, man. Alright? If you ain't got a man of the Lord to basically protect you in those days, man, you're done. Simple as that, you're done.
Jeremiah 4:30 says, and when thou art spoiled, what wilt thou do? Though thou clothest thyself with crimson, though thou deckest thee with ornaments of gold, though thou rentest thy face with painting, in vain shalt thou make thyself fair.
Right.
Thy lovers
we don't.
thy lovers will despise thee, they will seek thy life. Jeremiah 4:30, and when thou art spoiled, what wilt thou do? Though thou clothest thyself with crimson, though thou deckest thee with ornaments of gold, though thou rentest thy face for painting, in vain shalt thou make thyself fair. Thy lovers will despise thee, they will seek thy life.
Right, that lovers, meaning, you know, basically Esau, man. You know? In that time to come, you thinking that Esau is gonna protect you and all that shit, man. They ain't gonna protect you when all hell breaks loose, man. Especially you women, man. You know, you're gonna think you're gonna call on Esau and this government to protect you, man. Scripture said, it said, woe unto them that trusted in men, you know, and make flesh their arm, you know. You're gonna see, man, things are gonna get bad out here, you know. It's gonna get so bad out here, man, you're gonna really think you're in a horror flick, okay?
I want to finish up on this. Like at Deuteronomy 28.
Yeah, because we're coming in a time of Jacob's trouble, man. Okay? Scriptures speak on a time like never before, a time of trouble. Okay? That's going to be here in America. Okay? And pretty much, if you don't got the Lord on your side, you're going to basically be food in that time to come. Okay?
It says, Deuteronomy 28:45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee,
Right.
and overtake thee.
The curses are going to come upon the nation of Israel, man. All right? It ain't by coincidence that you got Jake that's living in the hood, man. All right? That's dealing with fucking rats and roaches and fucking poverty. Okay? Why? Because we're the Lord's chosen people. It tells you in Amos 3:1, it says because of their sins, therefore I will punish you for all your iniquity, man. You know, for all your iniquity that you have done, I would therefore punish you for your evil doings, man. Okay? All the nations getting punished the way the nation of Israel is getting punished? Nope. Get Daniel real quick, Daniel 9-12.
Daniel,
you know, because it's a main, like, you know, when you look, you know, in the earth right now, man, all right, through the process of elimination, man, you can see what people are being mistreated throughout the whole world, man. All right, you can pretty much see that, man. These other nations, they can see it as well, and that's how you know we're under the curses, man. All right, because the Lord said that it will be basically, you know, it's going to be a sign and a wonder throughout the whole earth. Go ahead.
this is Daniel 9:12, and he have. It says, and he have confirmed his words which he spake against us and against our judges that judge us by bringing upon us a great evil.
What was that great evil, man? You know, 70 AD, slavery, transatlantic slave trade, the Trail of Tears, you know,
Civil rights movement.
Jim Crow era, all right, so on and so forth, man. Those are great evils on the earth, man.
Hey, it never stopped. Huh?
Yeah.
Crack, right after that, crack
epidemic.
Yeah, the drug epidemic.
Yep. That's right.
You know, welfare, getting the father out the house. They've been trying to destroy it since the fucking beginning. Vaccines. Shit, when did it ever fucking stop?
Exactly.
damn devil.
But see, those are great evils that the world has basically has witnessed.
Yeah.
You know, it's not by coincidence that you see that when they have a so-called slavery movies, Roots and 12 Years a Slave, and that's a constant reminder of us being in slavery, man. So that was that great evil, man. Go ahead.
It says, for under the whole heaven have not been done as have been done upon Jerusalem.
Right. So that's a fact, man. Okay, that's a fact, man. You got these damn groups talking about they were in slavery. They wasn't kidnapped, man. All right, they wasn't kidnapped and tortured and brought over here on cargo slave ships, man. All right. In fact, they were given reparations, man.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know. So, all that shit that people say, oh, then everybody, all the nations went into some type of form of oppression or some type of form of slavery throughout the history. Get the fuck out of here, man.
Yeah.
Slave trade, that right there, the transatlantic slave trade, and not to mention, you had fucking them Arabs too, man.
Yeah.
All right,
That's right.
the sub-Saharan slave trade too as well. We can't forget about that. All right, and them damn filthy Hamites, man.
That's right.
Okay, so man, the hell you people talking about, man? When it comes to the nation of Israel, all right, no greater evil has been done to no nation on the earth but to us, man. All right.
Can I send it back that scripture you asked for? This is First Maccabees 2 and verse 9. Her glorious vessels are carried away into captivity. Her infants are slain in the streets. Her young men with the sword of the enemy. What nation have not had a part in her kingdom and gotten of her spoils?
What nation, man? All right. When you read the book of Judges, man, it tells you how all these nations had a part in our captivity, man. You go to Psalms 83. The list goes from Esau, the tabernacle of Edom, all the way down, man. All right? All these nations had a part in the downfall of our people, man.
That's right.
Okay? So guess what's going to happen? The same way how you had us in captivity, all right? Like you read in Jeremiah, the 30th chapter, verse 16. The same way that is going to come upon you. All you other nations, man. You're going to go into slavery. All right? Ezekiel 39, verse 23. Real quick.
This is 39?
23. Yeah, 39.
23. Okay. It says, Ezekiel 39 and 23. And the heathen shall know that the house of Israel went into captivity for their iniquity.
Right. So the reason why we went into captivity is because what we did as a nation, as a people. All right? We went into captivity because what we did, we went against the Heavenly Father, right? The Lord said, through our forefather Moses, that he would give, basically he made an agreement with us, contract. Said, listen, if you keep my law, statutes, and commandments, all right, I would, give you tons of blessings, man. You will be blessed as a nation, man. But if you don't, then here comes the curses, the list of curses. Now, when you read Deuteronomy 28, verse 15 on down, man, all right, it's like you're reading straight out of, like you're seeing a movie, like Roots and 12 Years a Slave and Mandingo and all these so-called slave movies that they have. It's like you're reading straight out of that, man. It's like, how can you not put the pieces together? You know what I'm saying? How can you not see that this book is talking about Israelites, man? So-called blacks, so-called Hispanics, so-called Native Americans, man.
Deuteronomy 28, 15 on down, curses, that was like the main thing that...
Especially 68.
Yeah, 68.
Come on.
But you know what was the hitter? That I shall be equal to thy brother.
Yeah, because that's still being played out
Yeah,
today.
so like, you go to the hood,
right?
Niggas see you.
Exactly.
Like, and it's like, and I, you know what I mean? Without, it just opened my eyes as soon as I heard that.
Yep.
Or another man shall lay with your wife.
Yep.
It's like, yo, that goes on prevalent in the hood.
Fun.
In Jake neighborhoods.
Fun. Hey, because
Talking about the curses don't
you
fit
could,
us.
you could see like you don't never hear about so-called Chinese on Chinese crime or Arab on Arab crime, right? So that shows you that this is talking about Israelites, so-called
Right.
blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. Okay, because mind you, it happened to the Northern Kingdom too.
Oh, yeah.
But the
Hell
thing
yeah.
is, you can tell that they put that out there on purpose. They put that on the news just to see, like, oh look, because why Judah's the head drop.
Right,
But
right.
the same thing happened to Simeon or Simeon.
Yeah. You only
Ephraim
hear
or
about it.
Ephraim.
Yeah.
And the same thing going on there, but they try to like put that dark light on Jake, you know,
That's right.
because you know Jake, you know, Judah's the head. Okay.
It says, like at Ezekiel 39:23, and the heathen shall know that the house of Israel went into captivity for their iniquity, because they have trespassed against me.
Right. We have trespassed against the Heavenly Father, man. Okay? Meaning that, you know, He told us to do something and we didn't do it, so now we're being punished for it. It ain't because Esau's stronger than us, because it tells you that it said that the one that came what's that
In the blessings and the curse.
yeah, the one said that the one who shall come out
One shall be stronger than the other. Yeah,
right.
I understand.
Shall be stronger than the other. So that shows you that Esau's not stronger than us.
Right.
Simple fact that the Lord put a spirit on us to fear Esau during that time.
Yeah.
But think about it. During the time of us being in slavery, you had the master, so-called master, then you had the overseer. Basically, it was only two motherfuckers running thousands of fucking slaves. Come on, man.
Right.
It shows you that the Lord put a dreadful spirit on us to fear this white man.
Yeah.
All right? So,
Hey.
see, that can't happen today. Jake ain't going for that shit today. So that's what I'm saying. So back then,
That's
you know
why
what
they
I'm saying?
use the Centaurians.
Yeah.
Cops.
Right, but still, all in all, you got Jake fighting the cops. That ain't shit.
Yeah, right.
I'm talking about as far as you had Jake in that time scared to death of Esau.
Yeah.
You know?
Slave master gets sick. We sick master.
Yeah, we sick master.
You know what I mean? Like, come on.
Yeah. So yeah, that was a different time period. But now you can see that the curses are
Lifting up.
the Lord is lifting those curses off of us, man. All right? Because our captivity is almost at its end.
That's right. It says, therefore I hid my face from them and gave them into the hand of their enemies. So fell they all by the sword.
Right, so all these nations, beginning with Esau, Edom, the so-called white men, all right, they're our enemies, man. All right? And as soon as you so-called blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans wake up to that, all right, then you'll understand, that you got to stay away from this devil, man. All right? Stay away from him and recognize that he's your enemy, man. Okay? Until then, that's why a bunch of you still continue to get gunned down and killed in the streets. All right? Still trying to follow the ways of him, his philosophies. That's why you die out here. That's all judgment of the Lord, man. So once you understand you got enemies in this world, you get in with, the other nations, and guess what? Those nations are against our Lord, man. What do you think about when you hear about stories of King David fighting against, the Philistines and all these other nations, man? They're the same nations today. Same nations that's here on the earth, man. So guess what? And those are the same nations that was coming up against Israel. What makes you think that those nations are still not against Israel today? You know what I'm saying? So, all that, the Lord is for everybody. The Lord's coming back to save everyone. No, that's a lie. That's a bullshit lie, man. All right? The same way the Lord had enemies back then, the same way the Lord has enemies today. All right? The Lord said he doesn't change. He's the same today, yesterday, and forever.
Yeah, the Lord. Everyone doesn't need to be saved. Everyone doesn't need salvation.
Exactly.
Only the nation of Israel.
Exactly.
Well, they say, you got poor white people in this. I'm talking about the nation as a whole. The Lord doesn't deal with singulars.
Exactly.
Our whole nation gotta be beautified again.
Right. We all had to go into captivity, even our king. You know, went into captivity.
Yeah.
So the Lord is not a respecter of persons, man. You see, Esau's, oh, I got black friends. You know, you can tell he's guilty just by saying that. You know,
You can number them.
because at the end of the day, you're not telling your so-called black friends to come live in that nice mansion of yours or that nice condo you got.
This is Isaiah 59, verse 1. It's going into violence by people doing that with the Israelites. So, behold, the Lord's hand is not shortened that it can't not save, neither is ear heavy that it cannot hear. But your iniquities have separated between you and your God, and your sins have hid his face from you, that he will not hear.
Yeah, that's why the Lord, you read that in Hosea, the first chapter, you know. Lo Ami, right? You are not my people. You are not my, you know. So the Lord basically said, you know, knowing that you're doing all these things, you're basically doing the things of the heathens, man. Right? So I have to turn my face from you. Okay? That's why we was kicked out of the land of Israel. All right? Because the Lord doesn't look at us as his people. We're like a degenerate plan unto him. All right? We're basically like a heathen, man, in the eyes of the Lord. You know? So the Lord doesn't look at us as his people no more. All right? Only with the elect. That's why the Lord brought back his son, right? To basically die for the nation. But right now, he's only listening to Yahweh Shai. All right? The Most High is only listening to Yahweh Shai. And through Yahweh Shai, you know, that's how the elect is getting brought back. Not the whole nation, but just the elect. Okay? Go ahead. That was it on it? No, that's more.
Verse 3. For your hands are defiled with blood, and your fingers with iniquity. Your lips have spoken lies. Your tongue have muttered perverseness. None calleth for justice, nor any pleadeth for truth. They trust in vanity and speak lies. They conceive mischief and bring forth iniquity.
That's the majority of Israel, man. You know? Majority of Israel, man. Scripture says they're more wicked. They overpass the deeds of the wicked. You know, when it comes to, you know, following the Lord's statutes and commandments that the Lord set up for us, man, our people rather do the shit of the heathens, man. Follow the ways of Esau, follow the ways of, you know, being wicked, man. You know, do as thou will. You know, just whatever wickedness come to mind, man. And you see that shit in these celebrities, man. For one, you got this guy Diddy, all right? Fucking Diddy, if you hear the charges that they got against this man, yo, this guy was a sex-craved maniac, man. This guy had 1,000 fucking baby oil bottles of baby oil in his house, man. You know, but where he get that perverseness from? Esau, man. All right, because that's how Esau get down, and that's how you got to get down in that, you know, that whole Hollywood entertainment shit, man. You know, that music industry shit. That's how they got it. That's how they get down, man. You know, so our people have become more wicked than the wicked. You know,
When Jake do something, they gonna do it to the max. They gonna do it the best, even in wickedness.
yeah.
Yeah, they gonna, like, you got a faggot. He's still gonna be a record. I mean,
Yeah.
Jake gonna be flamboyant. Look at Magic Johnson, son.
Yeah.
I mean, so yeah, but you know, we always go back to this damn devil, man.
Yeah.
I got a scripture for you, guys. It says, Proverbs 12:26. The righteous is more excellent than his neighbor, but the way of the wicked seduceth him.
Right, the righteous being the Israelites, okay? All right, and our neighbors in other nations, man, okay? But what, you know, we're gonna do things, you know, and follow the ways of the wicked, man. right? Because we see the wicked that's in power. Okay, Esau, Edom, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked, and they feel like, hey, we can't beat them, let us join them. And that's the same way that you had Jake during the time of the Greeks, man.
Yep.
You know, and, let's make a covenant with the heathens, man.
Yep.
You know?
They say in Rome, do as the Romans do.
Uh-huh.
Because even in that word, seductive, the wicked seduces them.
Yeah.
They go into like, they inflame them, like they entice them.
Right.
So Jake get, I mean, they
Right.
see it and they just get,
Right.
they get
Induction and
so, yep. And they get flamed on and it's over.
Yeah.
Jake get consumed by this shit, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
Because when you start dealing with them spirits, man, them spirits start jumping on you. You know what I'm saying? You know you can't shake it. You can't shake it. You get even more wicked. You know what I'm saying? It's like you do a little wickedness, then all of a sudden you do it. And that's how it is. And that Hollywood shit, man. Like you just start, because all that shit is demonic anyway, man.
Yeah.
You know. And you just become like you just say, all right, let me try this.
Mm-hmm.
And next thing you know, you doing some other shit. You know what I'm saying? That you can't get yourself out of that situation, man. Because now you got motherfuckers ready to blackmail you, ready to fucking show shit, and be like, yo, look, remember when you did that? Yeah. Yo, so it's like once you make that covenant with Satan, with death, that's it, man.
Yeah.
You know, but they think that in the latter end that you know, they're gonna be protected by that. You know what I'm saying? Because right now they feel like, all right, the money and the fame and all that shit, but eventually that's gonna come to an end.
Yeah.
All right, that's gonna all come to an end eventually. But right now they don't see the bigger picture. They seeing, you know, the worldly shit, the glitz, the glamour.
They make a new person in your stead.
Right.
Like, look, let's check this out. Remember Polite had his reign, right? Now who took over that? It was Jay Morrison. Now who? 19 Kings.
Oh yeah, them cats.
You know what I mean?
Right.
See?
Yeah. Yep.
Well, remember Whitney Houston? Remember before Whitney Houston was Phyllis Hyman, right? What's that chick? A Love I Can't Remember or something like that. They use the theme for Will Smith used it for the Men in Black or whatever. A Love I Can't Remember or some shit. Phyllis Hyman.
What Jay said. They said they made whole, make another whole.
This is Isaiah chapter 1, verse 21. It says, how was a faithful city become an harlot? It was full of judgment, righteousness lies in it, but now murder. Yep. And where people before a place. So the Lord is talking about the cities. He's talking about the faithful city, he's talking about us as a nation. Thy silver, verse 22, thy silver has become drunk, thy wine mixed with water, thy princes are rebellious, and companions of thieves. Everyone loveth gifts, and followeth after rewards. They judge not the fatherless, neither do the cause of the widow come unto them.
Because technically every Israelite man supposed to be a judge. Everyone, I mean, from the prophet to the average citizen, you're supposed to make judgment through the laws. Because the laws is given it to us. You're all supposed to be like lawyers, so to speak. You know? You're not, in this world they go to law school. This is the law book. We're supposed to be in law school. But they're supposed to be on your doorposts. You know, judgment was to flow throughout the whole city. They're supposed to be righteous talks. They're supposed to be righteous movements. You see it, Jacob like the sand in the sea. Like, could you imagine you walking through your neighborhood and everybody's talking about the Lord? The conversations is like, well, you know what to say that in the scriptures, brother. You know what I mean?
And the Lord would have to make good on his word.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because he said if all Israel was to turn back onto me, I would have to deliver them. But that's the point that you gotta, Zechariah 12 and what's that? Zechariah 13 and 8. You know what I'm saying? That has to come to pass. You know, because two parts therein shall be cut off and died, man. You know?
Like a disease that I gotta get cut off the body. Because 2/3 is in the way. Because we throwing up the prayers. We do. Our righteousness is coming from our faith. You know, we believe. We in the wicked flesh and we go off, but the righteousness is through the faith and the belief. The Lord, like, all right, they trying to get this thing together. And the body I put them in, subject to sin.
Right.
With the wicked thoughts, and they still trying to fight through and come out and bring that that righteous vibration.
And they said even the angels, they marvel.
Oh yeah, they marvel because like
to
what the
see
yeah.
the things we do and being around all this sin and you know all this wicked shit that goes on in this world, and we still do what we got to do. But even then, we still consider what I'm saying unprofitable servants. We doing something that we're supposed to be doing as Israelites. You know what I mean?
Another precept.
So, Isaiah chapter 2, verse 6, it says, "Therefore thou hast forsaken thy people, the house of Jacob, because they be replenished from the east, and are soothsayers like the Philistines, and they please themselves in the children of strangers. Their land also is full of silver and gold, neither is there any end of their treasures. The land is also full of horses, neither is there any end of their chariots. The land also is full of idols. They worship the work of their own hands, that which their own fingers have made. And the mean man boweth down, and the great man humbleth himself. Therefore forgive them not."
That's another one. That's Isaiah 2 and 6, going down to 10. And this is the last one I got, which is Ecclesiastes chapter 10.
Yeah, we'll close out on that. You ain't got no.
This is going back to what you were saying about how the disease is 2/3. Ecclesiastes or Sirach chapter 10 verse 10. The physician cutteth off a long disease. And that physician is talking about Yahushua, cutting off a disease which is basically 2/3 of our people, because we have to be patient upon the Lord. So in scripture said, "Woe to them that lose patience." That's 2/3 right there. They're gonna lose patience, and because
The whole head is sick.
yep, exactly. Isaiah 1.
The whole head is sick. So our people definitely, the only cure for that is death. You gotta, it said, they must know it after death by pain. Right? That's the only way Israel is going. Israel is a stubborn, stiff-necked set of people, man. If it was left to another nation, they would have been repentant. But because it's the nation of Israel, the Lord said, they make they face hard against yours, we make our face hard against theirs. So the only cure for Jake is basically go through that second death, man, that fire. They're gonna have to come back through the midst of that getting destroyed here on this side, man.
And another disease of the earth is pretty much on Esau as well, because look what he's doing to the earth, and look what he did to our people. So he's the main one. And
because the Lord said he's going to destroy him and destroy the earth. Look how he destroyed the earth, man. As far as philosophy, for one, the mindset of these people, they all destroyed, they all bugged out. All right, and physically, the pollution, the air, the chemtrails, the deforestation of the trees, the water, the fluoride, all that shit, man. So that,
Media.
GMOs, everything this man put his hand to, he basically destroys, man. Right?
And he that is today a king, tomorrow shall die.
Right. So today he's a king, but he's gonna be our slave very soon. And we're gonna be like, oh, is this the man? That basically, destroyed kingdoms, man. Right?
Or from wilderness. Open up the house of his prisoners.
That's it.
Which we're the prisoners, and to be honest, the ones that's believing in his truth, the ones that's holding there to the end, faithfully, is the hope, the prisoners of hope.
That's right. That's right. So eventually he's gonna have his day. Where it says the triumphing of the wicked is short. So sooner or later he's gonna have his time and his day where he's gonna basically be in chains, man. Okay? He's gonna be in captivity.
That's how I was saying for this small period, we suffered, but It's not compared to the eternity, you know what I mean? The everlasting weight of glory. And it's coming, man. You gotta just keep fighting, man. This place is done. That's right. You know what I mean? There's no point at like trying to be fully invested. This place is through. The dollar don't crash.
Yeah.
You know, you do what we gotta do, and that's it. Keep it moving.
It's not how but when. All right.
Yeah.
That's the time we're coming into, man. All right. So, any last scriptures?
That's it.
All right. So with that, we're gonna end it there. Lord willing, we pray that you brothers and you sisters out there were edified through the Spirit. We want to end it off by giving all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakam Kadash.
Blessings to the whole elect.